Hi everyone, welcome to another Decorate With Us video. Today it will be just me decorating. My husband won't jump in until we get to the bigger holidays like Halloween and whatnot. I have 3 different tablescapes for you. I originally filmed this for an open collab called A Vintage Excellent Extravaganza, and thus I tried to use vintage items and incorporate eggs into each one of my tablescapes. But my work week got too crazy last week and I was not able to finish editing and recording my voiceover in time. So instead, I am joining in on another open collab, Tablescape Tuesdays, which is hosted by the Grace Life DIY Home Decor and Amethyst Adventures. I will link both their channels down below, and I encourage you to go over and take a look at their videos as well, and their channels. I do know that today is Wednesday. My internet connection went down yesterday, so I was unable to get my video uploaded. But let's go ahead and jump right into the decorating. So here I have a bag of eggs that I got last year, I believe from Hobby Lobby. Some moss that I collected from a tree that we have out in our yard. A bird that my mom actually loaned me or gave me. Some flowers, Easter lilies on a pick, and then this birdhouse, which my husband has had since the 80s, and another birdhouse that my husband has also had since the 80s. I believe his uncle gave them to him. And then we have these glasses, which this is a Avon Fostoria American Starburst pattern. I believe they're from the 70s, and this is one of my vintage elements. I also have the matching plates. My husband's mom gave them to him when he originally moved into this house. And then I have this vase here, which is also vintage, and then this scarf that I picked up at Goodwill because I thought it looked like grass and it'd be cleaner than using moss, and it was $3.99. And then I have this cute little bunny, Michael's, Hobby Lobby, or Joann's, one of those. These napkins that I got from Party City last year. And then these napkins, which my husband actually had another thing that his mom gave him when we moved in. But unfortunately, I only have 2 of them. So I'm going to show you what I wanted to do with them, but then probably use the other ones. And these placemats, which my mom gave to me. They've got all these different colors in them. So there's the matching plates to the Avon glasses. And then I have these taper candles, which are the Yummy brand, and they're supposed to be dripless, but they're not ending up being that way. And then these crystal candle holders that my mom gave to my husband and I when we got married, and she's had them for at least 50 years. So then I already kind of set up the table centerpiece. I have this log set here, which is actually from Department 56, and then I've got these 2 pillar candle holders. I took a garland and I just wrapped it around the edge of the table, or not of the table, of the Lazy Susan, excuse me. And then I took these picks, which looked really similar to the garland, and I just kind of tucked them in around, as you can see in here, just to fill in kind of the voids and make it look more full. And then I also tucked the Easter lilies in, which I just pulled off of one of the picks. So let's get started with this tablescape. First, I'm going to put one of these birdhouses, the taller one, on the taller pillar candle holder. The birdhouses don't stand up very well, so these pillar candle holders work perfect for keeping them upright. And then the other birdhouse is going to go on the other pillar candle holder. Got to adjust that flower a bit. So then I'm going to take the bird's nest and I'm going to put it on top of the log. going to have to adjust again. Accidentally bumped the birdhouse there. And then I'm going to take some of the moss that I literally just collected from one of our trees and let dry out. And I'm going to put it inside the bird's nest just to make it look a little more natural and not so harsh, I guess, on the eye with just that solid brown. And then I'm going to be adding in the bird and the bird eggs. So then that's how the centerpiece looks. Now I have pushed the centerpiece back because we're going to sit at the 4 outer chairs. The other 2 are really hard to get to. We have to pull the table out and we can't get it out very far. So I'm placing these pillar candle holders, or not pillar, taper candle holders in behind, and then I'm going to put the white tapers in them. But I will wait to do that until later in the video because they're not very stable. And I didn't want to shave these ones down to get them to fit in there perfectly. Over here in the corner, I have this bunny, but then I've got this cord, so I'm going to bring in this vintage vase. Now I know this vase is really old. It was my husband's great-grandma's, but I can't actually find anything on it. There's no maker's mark or anything. And I'm just going to tuck this pick of Easter lilies in. I know you can still see the cord, but it just helps to detract your eye from the cord sticking out there. And that bunny, my dad gave to my mom when I was little, back in the 80s. Again, not sure who made it or anything else. My mom doesn't have it in a box, but she's no longer using it, and so I've incorporated it into my decor. And then I'm just going to take this scarf and wrap it around to make it look like the bunny is sitting in the grass. Now I'm going to actually go ahead and get this done and then show you what it looks like because it's just too hard to do with one hand. But it'll look something like this without the draping part down there. So there's how that turned out. And that's literally all I'm going to do in that corner other than adding in a few eggs around the bunny to kind of match that basket of eggs that the bunny's holding. It's got such cute details in it. Then the bunny does light up, so I turned it on there so you can kind of see what it looks like, and it will be on later in the video also. But let's go ahead and get the place settings done. So I'm just going to take the placemats and lay them out. Got a heat stain on my table right there, so the placemat actually works perfect to cover that up. Then layer on the plate and the glass in the corner. And keep in mind, this isn't like some formal setup. I do technically know how everything's supposed to be set up if you were doing formal dining, but we're just not that way. It's pretty casual, so I just kind of set it however it works. And we like to have our drink glass on the right. And with this meal, you'll see later, we only need knives and forks. So I don't have any spoons. I just put out knives and forks. So then I'm going to show you what I originally planned on doing, which was that I was going to take these napkins and kind of fold them like this, but with the silverware inside them, which I'm going to try to show you. But then it becomes too difficult to do one-handed, so you will see what it turns out like. You'll see in a minute. And then I was going to move this so that it was kind of off-centered on the plate. And I was going to put this white ramekin and then fill it with some moss and put some eggs in it. But again, I only have 2 of those, so I'm going to go ahead and just go with the tulip napkins instead. And I'm just going to center them on the plate. Now, these plates we use literally every day. You can see the glasses are in much better shape than the plates. They have scratch marks and whatnot on them, so that's why they look a little bit more kind of dingy in a way. I don't think I would ever get glass plates again. And then this bunny I'm going to put over on this end because this is actually the direction that we see the table from the most. So here's what it looks like with all the place settings done. And then the centerpiece, I'm going to add in some eggs. So I'm literally just going to kind of tuck them into the garland. One where I see a hole or where I want to kind of conceal, like here I want to conceal the log a little bit more. dropped that one. So I'm just going to arrange the eggs in there. And I do think that this tablescape would work for both spring and for more of like a subtle Easter look. And you'll notice that I'm pretty much keeping everything focused on the center. That's because I want to be able to serve the food on the table on either side of this Lazy Susan in the open spaces. So now that I'm happy with how that looks, I've actually decided that this spot right here needs something. So I've got this hobnail ashtray by Fenton. It's white milk glass, and my mother gave them to me. Again, I think they were my great-grandmother's. It's actually a set of 3, but I'm going to use this one, and I'm going to put some eggs in it. So yes, it's an ashtray, but I'm not using it as one. It can be used as something else and still look pretty in my home decor. And I think that just makes that corner look so much better. So now we'll get the candles lit. And this lighter I will link down below. I in no way get paid for it or anything, but I really like it. I got it from Amazon. And it recharges using a USB. And this is with my kitchen lights on, so I will be turning my kitchen lights off in a moment and show you how it looks that way too. Unfortunately, I'm not leaving this up, so I can't show you a nighttime view because I'm also going to do 2 other tablescapes. So here's with the kitchen lights off. And it's still really bright in my kitchen because I do have a skylight. And for all three of the looks, this bunny is going to stay over here in the corner. So now we're going to move on to look number 2. And for this one, I used some round placemats that I got at Target or Fred Meyer's last year. The tulip napkins again. And then just my normal wine glasses and some zombie glasses. I used the milk glass ashtray and the vintage vase, a bunny, and then a Yankee candle holder. And then it's got a Better Homes and Gardens candle in it. And then in the corner over here, I have another aqua colored glass vase, which is actually a mason jar. And it's a ball mason jar, and it's vintage also. It's I'm going to turn it around here, and then I'll be able to tell you, and you'll be able to see it. But it's their bicentennial edition, celebration edition. And it does have a little lid that goes on it too. And then I just put this little egg here on this egg stand. There's the bunny up in the corner again. And here is look number 3, which this is more our style, the blacks, the whites. I've got these hippity hop paper plates that I got last year. I believe they're Ray Dunn, but I wouldn't swear to it. They're definitely Ray Dunn-esque. And these cute placemats that I believe I got from Kirkland's online, and they had coordinating napkins. These cute bunnies from Hobby Lobby, I got them last year. I don't know if they still have them this year, but I absolutely love the black and white. The milk glass again. And then this here is a Kentucky Derby decanter made by Jim Beam, or a Jim Beam decanter, I guess it is. That's amber in color. And over in the corner, I've got this bunny that one of my mom's friends made for me when I was little. I think it says 88 on the bottom. And then I just popped some tulips in this vase and this cute little butterfly pick. Some carrots in behind the bunny. Kind of coordinate with the carrots on the table. And voila. Oh, and the flowers. Those are just $3 Dollar Tree picks. So here it is with the lights off. And the carrots came from Hobby Lobby last year. Bought everything on clearance. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you're having a great day. Stay tuned for more.